Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Mixed Media, and this is Darcy with some gel plate play. And just for you guys, I figured out how to cut out the parts that were like monotonous. I did squirrel in the middle of when I was recording. I got a delivery, but I'll show that in another video. So this is just going to be Geliplate play. So let's see, the first thing you saw me lift was from a previous thing, and so now I'm just adding some paint. There's my new brayer that I got in the PM Artist Studio giveaway, just because I couldn't find a 4-inch one on my table at the time, and I like to use the 4-inch brayer when I'm combining colors in the corners like that. I like to kind of like alternate, like do like alternating corners across from each other, and one color and the other corners in another color. It's just fun. Sometimes I'll do a third color in the middle that kind of like, you know, can go with both. And I'm using some pattern paper as tissue paper because I got a bunch of patterns in a free bin box at 2nd and Charles. If you have a 2nd and Charles, see if they have a free book bin. I get free books there sometimes. That was another one that I did that I thought actually came out kind of cool. I'll show these again at the end, so if they look like you didn't get to see them good enough, well, you'll see them at the end, or you can rewind and pause. Alright, so what was I saying? Check out your 2nd and Charles if you have one, or any used bookstore, and see if they have free book bin, or, you know, if they ever get rid of books or something. But I like the free book bin because I don't have to talk to anybody. They put it outside. People just drop off books. People pick up books. But one day there was like all these patterns. Like tons of sewing patterns. And so I didn't get all of them, but I got a lot of them. And so I decided to use the pattern paper as tissue paper on my gel plate prints. So here's one that I did in a previous gel print play. You get to see the result. So it did sit overnight, I think, and a little bit. I can use some sprays to kind of make that white part where the paper ripped off not be quite so in your face. So that won't be too bad. And so now I'm just playing with some patterns. I hate that when I'm trying to record voiceovers that it doesn't stop things from coming in. And I hardly ever get texts. I hardly ever get messages. But it always seems to happen when I'm doing a voiceover. Alright, so this blue and yellow that's in the background there was actually, I picked up some paint from another another plate. It was too thick. So I picked some up, and I had already done one lift. And so I'm just getting another lift with it here. Letting that sit and ripen, as Patricia says. And then this was another one that I had gotten off the plate where the paint was just so thick, but I thought it would be kind of cool. And so I just picked it up and left it like that, and picked it up like that. And so it's got like the dendrites, the little ripply bits that happen when you have too much paint. But it was pretty cool. I liked it. This is a 5x7 plate. Just mixing some aqua and purple here. And use my unraveling pansies. I tend to like my brayer off papers just as much as my actual gel prints. Plus, and then when you like start adding modeling paste through stencils and stuff like that, it becomes even cooler. So I'm trying to register this, trying to pull that out without moving the paper. Did a halfway decent job. So then we get that. A little left on the plate, but that's okay. I think I set it aside to dry. My acrylic plates that are underneath my gel plates are a mess. I don't know how people keep those clean. I have paint everywhere all the time, just all the paint everywhere. Alright, so I started out with that wave stencil or mask that I made in a previous video, and now I'm adding some bubble wrap, which came with my printing brayer, which I think I remember to use this time. And then using my nesting circles to add some more pattern there. just kind of put the stencil down and brayer over just the stencil part to get, you know, like this look here too. And that's what I did in this one. Now I'm not adding it all over. I'm just kind of adding it here and there. Because I don't usually like to, I don't always like an all over pattern. Sometimes I like to do it in little spots here and there. But sometimes I like an all over pattern. And I have been finding that I really like the 9x12 stencils and masks the most. I just cover it. I play with the colors on it. And just get really fun things. Oh, and this with my this is an 8-inch round plate. This is the largest nesting circle from PM Artist Studio. And then I think that's the largest, not octopus, jellyfish that there is too. And I like this look of having the big nesting circle on the outside of the gel plate and then having the mask inside. Now you could do that on a square gel plate and then just cut around the outside of the nesting circle and get a similar look. So I'm not saying you have to go out and get a gel plate. I'm not even saying you have to go out and buy these stencils. Although they're pretty great stencils, especially for gel plate. They use Yupo paper instead of the plastic Mylar, which is just nice on when you're using the gel plate. It's not as good as if you're using ink and a brush and whatnot, especially if you're using the ink pad, the you know, the dauber. But they're great on the gel plate. Some of them that aren't as detailed would probably be fine using as a stencil. But they are absolutely fantastic on a gel plate. So, and then I need to come in an upcoming video. I'll show you. See, look at this. 2 texts. While I'm recording, I probably should put it in. Maybe if I put it in airplane mode while I'm recording, that might be what I have to do. Because when I'm recording on the camera, I don't get all that. It stays silent when there's something with my camera that makes it stay silent. But when I'm recording in this app, which is the best app I found so far, I don't remember what it's called. But if it keeps being this great, I may actually pay for the premium. The other apps I've tried for editing videos, I've struggled with, or like they don't save because there's not enough storage, but they don't ever tell you that. So, oh, let's see. Oh, this plate has, see that dark spot up in the top left? It has a dent. Oh, I think I forgot to take that part out. Oh man, I was going to take out all the annoying bits. I forgot that annoying bit. That's alright. You'll see me oil the plate later. Still way shorter than it was when I had everything in it. You're welcome. Even I went off on a tangent. It's a couple tangents, I think. And then I was getting annoyed with myself. Alright, so here is, what's this one? That was my first try doing the branches. Which I don't know if I've done that in this one yet. Might be about to do it. The branches, the coral. Using that same technique where you put the paint on fairly thin. And you got to work pretty quickly. And then you do this. You put the stencil and you brayer. You put the stencil and you brayer just where the stencil is. You don't even have to go to the outside of the stencil because you don't, you just want that texture and I'm doing it with the nested circles too. It's just kind of a fun textural look, and you're never going to get the same thing twice. No one's going to get the same thing exactly twice every time. So you get a unique, one-of-a-kind thing. Ooh, yeah, this kind of looks like a blue moon. Blue moon. Do, 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 do. I don't think that's the right word, right song. Anyway, a little bit of the pansies showed up on that. Also cleaned off the rest of the plate with that one. Let's see, what am I figuring out here? Takes me a minute, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I'm checking out my other plates to see what's ready. That's what I'm doing. Alright, now we can lift this one, hopefully. And now you can see where I just pointed to, that's where I have a dip. I have a big dip. So I got a blue moon and a big dipper in this video. So I do try to take care of that, but I'm not sure exactly when. It might be coming up, but it might not be. Oh, I do another lift off. Okay. So that is quinacridone magenta. I know I don't love pink, but I like to play with it. I like to play with them, oh, especially the magentas. I have a heart, but I don't hate pink either. There's plenty of things I like that are pink. I mean, there's some color combinations that I really like with pink. There's just a lot of pink in the world. The only reason I have, let's see, why do I have this paper? The pink parchment paper, oh no, it's the cardstock that I'm using as a brayer off. It was free. That was in the stuff that came from my aunt. Oh, I should have another haul coming from her soon. Dad said he brought another bag or box back. So now I'm trying to get off all the bits from this plate. And so I'm using packing tape. Now, the plate's not as dirty as it seems. It's actually the acrylic underneath my plate that is a mess. Because I'm a mess. I'm a messy artist, and I will not apologize for that. That's one of those sorry, not sorry kind of deals. It's just me and my free spirit, I guess. My free spirit's messy. So, cleaning it off with the tape. Trying to get off as much as I can because I'm about to take some oil. And you just need mineral oil, baby oil, something like that. I have Gamsol oil, which is a artist grade oil that has no odor, so it costs a little bit more than just regular mineral oil probably. But I've cleaned my plate several times and I still have some. And the reason I have it, and now I'm turning my plate over, my gel plate. The reason I have the Gamsol oil is I was using it for blending colored pencils. Okay, so the first side was pretty dry. It needed a lot of oil. This side must not been quite as dried out and did not need as much oil. So I'm using some tissue paper to get off the excess. And, you know, it's still smooth. It's still, you know, I'm just going to set it to the side to let it absorb the oil and be fresh and wonderful, hopefully. I think that all the experimenting I did may have affected some of my brayers and my plates. And so I'm kind of having to make sure they're nice and clean. Oh shoot, is my other brayer still sitting in? No, I took it out. Okay, now I need to go try it. I soaked one of my brayers. I soaked in, yeah, now we skip over to this because I took out the part where I got the package. I soaked my brayer in some Murphy's oil soap and water overnight, and I haven't had a chance to actually try to take the skin off yet. Or trophy. Well, it's only a trophy if I can actually get it off. Now, if you see the bigger, this is a stencil. So for the stencil, she has connected the tail there so that you don't have the tail moving around. In a minute, you'll see me trying to use the outside bits from the masks, and they do not have that connector, which makes it a little more difficult to use as a stencil. But, you know, I make it work eventually. I think I cut out the part where it wasn't working. So you see the end part where I make it work, sort of. But I was finding that I wasn't getting the detail I wanted when I was using the masks on the plate. So that's why I started doing the backgrounds and then adding the stencil anyway afterwards. And I like this with the light and fluffy modeling paste is what I use there. And then the blue that was on that stencil was oxide, which is also distress oxide. So, yeah, see, those were messed up. I took them off and started over. And still had some of the blue from the other one. So, whoops. See, that's what's nice about the modeling paste. You mess up, you just scrape it off and start over. No biggie. Oh, forgive me, I'm not even like caring where I put it. I'm like, just get it down. Get it on there. Whoops, yeah, you have to be careful with the tails because this was not intended as a stencil. So you don't have those in-between bits holding it. This is what the masks were cut out of. This is the extra bits that Mariah so kindly and generously sends me. Are we serious with this? That was, oh my goodness. Like I said, nobody ever texts me. But no. If you hear 2 in a row like that, it's usually an Etsy message. Which you can, if you ever need to message me privately, you can do that on Etsy. Just go to Eclectic Junk Journals on Etsy. My link is usually down in the description, and you can, you know, privately message me if you have a question or anything like that about something in a video or something. Obviously, if you're a creeper that is gross, don't text me, but or message me. But nice artsy people that have questions, you can message me. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking to say, sure, go ahead and message me, and then all of a sudden you get all these weirdos. But most of the people that actually watch my videos are not weirdos. Oh, see, the purple one you missed because I cut that out. See, doesn't that look like a blue moon, kind of? I don't know. It came out kind of cool. I like these. I hope you guys like them. Just sometimes I like the brayer off papers just as much. So I wish I could have figured out how to slow the end part down a little bit. That's alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I like to speed it up for you so you can see how I got what I got, but you don't have to like wait forever for me to get to there. I don't know. Have a delightful day, everybody. I hope you like, subscribe, and comment.